I'm Graham Jobling. I'm the Executive Director here at the College of Law in South Australia. So, like everybody else, I'm working from home, but I live just on the edge of Adelaide here in South Australia. And I'll cover off everything you need to know about the PLT. But as I'm going through, please feel free to enter questions in the chat function, okay? And I'll address those questions. And I'm going to share my screen. Okay, now you should be seeing a screen with the practical legal training, activate your career. And let's just go to the slides show. Okay, so the College of Law in South Australia, we've been in place here that enables people to have direct admission into South Australia since 2014. We're the largest provider of PLT in South Australia, and we've got our office 19 Grenfell Street, level 9, 19 Grenfell Street. Practical legal training is what you require if you've undertaken your law degree. If you want to be admitted, you need to do your practical legal training. It's a requirement for admission to the Supreme Court of South Australia. It's also a requirement right around Australia that you do a practical legal training program to be admitted. And what is it? It's a program that builds on your academic training. We acknowledge that you've done a lot of hard work at university and you've learned all about the law. The practical legal training program is designed to prepare you for practice, prepare you for the day that you've got clients sitting opposite you at a desk or on the telephone or in a Zoom meeting to listen to what their problem is, and for you to determine what the solution could be to their problem, propose that solution to them, and then instigate that solution. So it's a very serious step. It's not a tick the box exercise. It's a serious step to prepare you for practicing in law. There are 3 components to our practical legal training program. The first is coursework, work experience, and continuing professional education. Or in South Australia, it's more broadly known as continuing professional development, and I'll cover off those components now. The coursework, when can you start? You can start when you've completed your law degree, or the rules do allow you to complete when you've got all of your pre-C 11 subjects or core subjects out of the way and no more than 2 electives outstanding. You do need approval from the local, it's the Board of Examiners who have express powers from the admitting authority. So you need that approval before you can commence, but we've got that all in place. We can show you how to do that. All PLT providers are subject to that rule. Our program is delivered online with 1 week face-to-face, 15 weeks online if you're doing a full-time course, and 30 weeks online if you're doing a part-time course. Now, I say online with the coursework, and where it says attendance 5 days at the beginning of the program, currently that attendance is online as well under the COVID restrictions. Those requirements are in place. It means that our July course will definitely be delivered online. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the September intake and the December intake. Coursework involves compulsory subjects. You complete all compulsory subjects that are listed there: civil, commercial, ethics, professional responsibility, lawyer skills, and property practice. Then the college offers all electives. There are 8 electives under the National Competency Standards. We have them all available. You can complete any 2 of those electives, any 2 that you choose, any combination. Work experience, there are 2 formats of work experience, plus IPC. Now, IPC I'll cover off in just a moment. You can either do 15 days work experience plus a clinical experience module, and That clinical experience module is a 6-week online program that you complete after the 15 days of work experience, or you can complete the standard 75 days of work experience. In reality, in South Australia, most students complete the 75 days of work experience, which says to me there are many opportunities out there for work experience. We actually have 2 or 3 listed on our jobs board at the moment, 75-day work experience programs, and if you're interested in those, you can get in touch with us and we can give you some information about those. The 75 days of work experience, 60 days of that could be accumulated before you commence the program in the 2-year period up to you commencing the program. So if you've done relevant work experience, you can count those. The IPC, during COVID restrictions, there's a third option, the in-practice component, what's known as the in-practice component. This is subject to final approval from the admitting authority, which we should have hopefully by Monday next week. And that's an 8-week online course that involves reflective activities, negotiation, and students are mentored by a legal practitioner. And there are no work experience requirements, no face-to-face work experience requirements. That in-practice component replaces the work experience. And as I say, that should be approved by Monday. We hope this next Monday coming up. And I can answer any queries or questions you have around that. If you were to claim for all work experience, and this includes the 60 days that you can claim up to commencing the program, what counts? Any summer clerkships you do, or any clerkships, paralegal work, volunteering at community legal centre, they're all listed there. They're all of the sorts of activities, and if you've got anything that sits outside of the rules but you believe would meet the requirements, you're free to give us a call and we can talk that through with you and work out whether or not it's something that you should put an application to our work experience committee to have approved. The work experience, where do you find it? We have a jobs board. As I say, we've got a number of work experience options listed on that jobs board at the moment. But there are social justice opportunities website, pro bono website, Justice Connect website in South Australia, Justice Net. However, the Justice Net options are available on our College of Law website, notice board website, and there's actually 2 opportunities through Justice Net at the moment. But National Association of Community Legal Centres also have options listed, and the Beyond Law website. But any questions or queries you have around work experience, we're more than happy to help you with that. Work experience, if you have got work experience or you've undertaken work experience that would qualify towards your 60 days, you can actually get that pre-approved even before you enroll in the program. The pre-approval forms are on the website. You go to any page of the college's website and down the bottom there's a black band, and in that black band there is a small menu there that links you to forms and documents, and those documents that are listed there, the application for approval form, the declaration, is all listed there, that you could actually have that completed, sent in, approved and recorded for if and when you do the program with the College of Law. The CPE or CPD component, any professional development that you've undertaken in 12 months leading up to the program, you can count. Any professional development you do whilst you're on placement or in a paralegal role or anything like that would count. But we also have 2 options embedded within our learning platform, our Canvas learning platform. Those options are the Legal Business Skills Series and Legal Series. Legal Business Skills Series, we surveyed large law firms to identify what are the skills that law graduates don't bring with them when they come to law firms, and we identified the top 10 skills, legal business skills, so business related, and we've developed a legal business skills series that you can complete. Or in the legal series, there are about 30 options of covering all sorts of different areas of law that you can complete to make up your CPD requirements. So it's tips for fast tracking your PLT, I should say, is if you're studying law at the moment and you can secure work experience in the final 2 years, go ahead and secure it, undertake it, recognising that you can accumulate up to the 60 days. Register any previous work experience you've undertaken in the final 2 years, or consider the college's short work experience option, the clinical experience module. Now, 5 reasons to choose practical legal training with the college. Because our program starts with a 5-day skills week and then everything else is delivered online thereafter, that gives you study freedom. You've got access to the learning platform 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The learning is based on hands-on learning, so you're actually completing tasks and activities that reflect actual experiences out in the workplace, the sorts of problems clients will bring to you as a lawyer and that you will identify solutions for. The college is aligned with the legal industry. The college has been in place for over 40 years now, and we're represented in New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia and Western Australia. More people across Australia do their practical legal training with the college than anyone else, and that provides us with direct access to legal firms, and that provides us with great industry insights. You're provided with lecturer support throughout your program. You actually have a lecturer who facilitates your learning through the program, and you can further your career at every stage. If you undertake the college's practical legal training program, you actually qualify for 2 unspecified credits towards a master's program if you want to go on and do a master's program at a later stage. So we've got dates coming up. Our next intake is 20th of July, and you'll see those little asterisks there. That's to indicate that the skills week will be delivered online. Full-time program starts on the 20th and finishes on the 30th of October. Part-time on the 19th of February, the finish date, and then you can see we've got an intake again in September and December, and then going on into January, February. So there's 2 dates in February, the 1st and the 15th of February. This is the point where we go to questions. And so I'll just have a look and see if anyone has put any questions up. Has anyone got any questions they'd like to ask around the program at all? Oh, okay. So Matthew was asked, I'm a bit confused about something. But the third to last slide mentioned why choose PLT? Is there another option to PLT? In South Australia, currently there isn't any other option. The LPIAC rules do allow for programs to be approved, and that would be an article style program or an alternative program to an accredited award practical legal training program. But in South Australia, there are no other options at this stage. In some other states, you can actually do traineeships where you do a shorter form of practical legal training and you do that traineeship. But there's nothing approved here in South Australia currently. And I'm not aware of anything coming up either. So any other questions at all? Can I invite you, if you have any queries or questions, to contact me. My email address is gjobling, which is GJOBLING, at CoLlaw, COLL, and you can send a query through, and I'll ensure that that's answered. Now, Natasha has asked, regarding work experience, can it be done across disciplines? You can complete work experience in any number of organisations, and you do not have to complete one work experience activity. You could complete a number of work experience activities. So you may do 3 weeks at a law firm, you may do 3 weeks working with a barrister, for example, doing some research work. If that barrister is working on a particular case, you might do your work experience as judge associate. So yes, and you can do your work experience with a family law firm, a criminal law firm. You could do several work experience to make up the 75 days, and that will then meet your requirements. Now, someone has said that my voice is breaking up. I'm going to put my address here. So there's my address, gjobling@colelaw.edu.au. And it says, can you please put me on chat? Please put it on chat. Chat is working for people, so you may need to click on your chat button yourself. Down the bottom of your page, if you put your cursor at the bottom of your screen, there should be a menu that will jump up. And one of the menu options there will be chat. And if you click chat, a chat panel will open up on your screen, and you can type questions in. Okay. Any other questions at all? Our telephone number in Adelaide is 7100 7000. And you're also welcome to ring. It'll either be myself, Michelle, or Stephanie that will answer, and we can also answer any questions you have. Okay, and someone else, Matthew, has asked, with the online components, are they all lectures or a mixture between Zoom seminars and lectures? With the Skills Week, it is a Zoom activity, and there is a mixture of lectures that are provided, but you're also broken up into breakout rooms, and you undertake activities. Same with the advocacy skills. A group of, say, 20 students would break into 2 groups of 10 students, or break down into pairs and undertake activities under the supervision of the lecturing staff. With Canvas studies themselves, that is delivered online, and you also have access to your lecturer through the Canvas learning portal. And our assessments are conducted via oral assessment via webinar, so that you see the oral assessor via webinar as well. Okay, any other questions coming up? No. So I'm happy to stay on the line for anyone who wants to hang about and enter any more questions, or give me a call on that number, or use that email address, and I'm very happy to answer any queries or questions that you have. Often people will have questions that are related to their specific circumstances. Very happy to work through those circumstances with you and work out options for you. Okay. The enrolment deadlines. What are the enrolment deadlines? As long as you're enrolled a week before the program starts, particularly with the July course, because we have practice papers that we would mail out to you, and it would be better for us to have them mailed out to you before the program starts. If you leave it to the last minute, you'd still need to be enrolled 2 days before the program, 2 business days before the program start dates. Now, you can actually commence enrollment process online and not nominate the course that you want to start up until the last minute. So feel free to go in, commence the program. You'll find that Stuart may give you a call to make sure that or Rebecca or Michelle or Stephanie may give you a call to ensure that you've got everything you need. And you're welcome to call us and put any further questions to us, and then you can nominate the program that you wish to start. When you actually enroll, you nominate whether you're doing a full-time program or a part-time program, but you have right up until the end of Skills Week to swap between the full-time or the part-time program, and we can go through with you in Skills Week to let you know what the workload is and so on, and help you to understand the requirements and help you to understand which program meets your needs best. And so if, for example, you were working in a law firm and that's going to count towards your work experience requirements, you may be better doing a part-time program and spreading your study out over a little period of time and meet all your work experience requirements while you're doing that program. Alternatively, if you're in a situation where you've got 60 days that you've already accumulated, you're working a couple of days a week in a law firm, you may want to start with that program, with a full-time program, and meet your work experience requirements over that period. Now, somebody has asked, would I need to secure a placement before enrolling? No, you can complete your placement up to 60 days before you commence. You can complete it whilst you're doing your coursework, or you've got 2 years following your coursework to complete your placement. So that placement could be completed over a period of time. As I say, I'm hoping that the in-practice component will be approved here in South Australia, and if it is, that would mean that as an alternative to work experience, you could undertake that online program where you would receive mentoring and you would go through simulated exercises that relate to working in a law firm. Any other questions that anyone has? No? Well, as I say, I will remain online now for a few more minutes, and if there's queries or questions, happy to answer them. Otherwise, give us a call, 7100 7000, or that email address. Thanks very much, everyone.